Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time. It's time for current events in the online fitness community, and I'll be the current event today. Let's talk a little bit about Conjugate. And a reminder, if when those of you get in here, please click that like button. Also remember, I have coaching slots open, I have consultation slots open for people who need advice and help. Follow all my other social media, follow my OnlyFans. But let's get over to the topic. Conjugate. I've been going back this way for a while, and I've been reluctant. People are like, Jason, you're incorporating more and more conjugate elements. When are you just going to do full conjugate? I'm like, I'm not planning on it. I started thinking about it yesterday a lot. And I really look at it. And the fact of the matter is, why have I been resistant? Because I didn't look as good. I was the strongest, but I'm like, man, I look better now. I get so many compliments on the physique changes, leaner, all that stuff, right? But I'm like, I can keep all that. We can keep that, can't we? I just need to keep training my biceps. I need an arm day. I just need to make sure I have an arm day. I need to keep doing my cardio, my fasted cardio, and keep training my biceps. Keep my diet clean. No reason I can't recomp and keep building my arms and get my strength back. Because ultimately, when I've run different versions of Conjugate, when do I get the best gains and when have I had the best recovery? It wasn't even the daily max effort. It's when I've done the normal, standard Conjugate max effort, dynamic effort, and then squeeze some extra stuff in between. I don't get beat up, and it lets me max out every single week. In fact, I tended to do best when I did double maxes, right? When I did 2 lower body maxes every week, and then some sort of max press. And then I did band and chain work on speed work on the other days. So here's what I feel that I need to do. I need to do all that. Remember when I used to train my back every day on top of it too? All those rows. That really gives me that base I need. I can feel like my upper back even now. It needs to be stronger. I can tell you right now, my squat and my bench would go up if my upper back was a little thicker again. And I know I've got a thick back, but it needs to be thicker. So when I look at all these things, this worked for me forever. And what's something every time I go back to Conjugate, what is it that I say every time? It always calls me. For 20 years, I always go and mess with other types of training for a while, different power building, different approaches, different sorts of upper lower splits. Even did this power building bro split for quite a long time. Conjugate starts calling me back. And it's because I just get so damn strong when I do it. So, I mean, what's the track record here on this channel in my 40s? I had a 365 pause, close grip bench. All the way this close, 2-second pause, flat back, flat footed. I hit a 365 deadlift. I hit a 635 deadlift. I've hit a 625 deficit deadlift while doing Conjugate. What else have I done? Squatted well up into the 500s with multiple bars. Now, granted, they were high when I started getting towards 600, but 600, 605, all that with that cambered bar, right? I've hit some pretty good lifts doing it, and I didn't have recovery issues when I programmed it correctly, just like all my clients. So I think that's the direction I need to go. I'm going to do that. Hey, Jack, could you hit the like button for me? In fact, all of you, reach over and hit that like button for Daddy. Go on, you want to hit it. Reach up and ring my bell. Well, I hate on the Noble Natties because they are worthy of hate. But I'm not going to answer questions until we get those likes. We'll be talking about the other thing. So what are we going to do? Let's just get strong as hell again while continuing to get leaner, to get veinier, and to bring the arms up. So I'll keep that arm day in. So in the middle of the week on Wednesdays, I always do a back and bicep day, right? We do that all the time. I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep isolating my biceps on that day. And the rest of the week is going to be straight up Conjugate. Let's just get crazy strong, but keep building my arms. Keep doing all the fasted cardio that's helping me get leaner. And just keep doing those things. Right? No, I never got an invite to West Side. Everyone's invited to West Side, though. So you're invited to West Side. What are you talking about? So everyone's allowed to go in. But there's a bunch of you watching. There's a bunch of you commenting. Y'all need to click that like button for Daddy. And here's why. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people commenting. And only 2 of y'all have clicked the like button. Reach up and click that like button for Daddy. Go on, there we go. We got another one. Come on, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Get them likes up. If y'all want me to answer your questions, they're going to make Daddy upset. I'm going to keep doing the sexy voice until y'all click that like button. I'll do it again later. We'll get like 10 of most. I'm going to take it back off. If you click it a second time, it undoes it. I'll teach you the fish hook for $1,000, Mr. Fabric Shear. I have video consultations. Actually, they're only $100. So pay for a consultation. You can ask me whatever you want. So let's come over to some of these questions then. Do you regret becoming a corn fan? No, dude, corn. Blood for the blood guys, goes for the thing of corn. Why do I hate the noble name? I've made it very clear, Harry. Number 1, they're hypocrites. Number 2, they're incel virgin losers who are obsessed with anime, trying to tell other people and encourage other men to be incel virgin losers, obsessed with trying to train based on anime characters. Number 2, they're liars. Half of them, if not more, are using gear. Okay? They're using anabolics, and then they try to pretend that it makes them morally virtuous. All at the same time, a bunch of them are involved in all sorts of stuff that they would describe as degenerate while discussing degenerate behavior. Keep in mind, Frenchie, the whole guy who started it, literally makes pedo type thumbnails about me and makes false accusations while claiming he's against degeneracy. He makes statements in his main videos that only a person of that mental illness would even say, yet he wants to talk about degeneracy. So we have good reasons to hate on him. The hypocrisy being near the top of the list. Are there any lifts you suck at? These days, overhead press. I used to suck at bench till eventually I got the bench up, didn't I? When I got to that 365 on a close grip, and I'm going to get back to that and keep it back, move it back forward. The biggest dick, it says, at the peak of your powerlifting, everyone is invited to Westside. That's how it works, really. I mean, but if you wanted to go train at Westside, you could go talk to Louis about it, and he would ask you, what can you do for Westside? If you wanted to be a full-time thing. I don't think he invited you. You came in and talked to him. Doing heavy 3x3 on bench, better leave reps in reserve or do a 0? Depends on what you're doing, Mark. I mean, you can grind a little on the last one. Jack says the OnlyFans voice, pretty much. Is it true that you read Berserk? Okay, could you put that into English? You talking about like the J and Silent Bob? Berserker, right? Is that what we're talking about? That's the only reference I know to that. Okay. Hey, Coach, what's up, everyone? Hit that like button. There we go. Those likes are coming up. Give Daddy his likes, guys. There you go. That's right there. They're coming along. Harry says, what compounds do you recommend for someone who's reached their natural limit? A lot of frauds on YouTube told me there wasn't any natural limit. There clearly is a natural limit. It's a point of diminution. I mean, Harry, hypothetically, we could argue there isn't, but practically speaking, there is. That natural limit is going to be based upon a lot of genetic things. It's going to be based upon hormone profile versus continuous progress of the upper threshold muscle fibers. You will eventually reach a point to where your muscles will get as big as they possibly can, or close to 99.99% for your given hormone profile. Then your testosterone and HGH will start to decline a little with age, in which point you have now 100% reached your limit. I recommend a little test and a milder anabolic with it would be what most people should start with. Assuming they want to go that route, do your research though. Don't just jump in. Is it true that you train in order to look like Donovan from the only Donovan I know about was from that miniseries V, right? With the lizard aliens. Mike Donovan. I don't know what the hit manga Berserk. Again, you're going to need to put this in English. Manga's like, I'm trying to understand. It's like a book, like a anime comic book or something, right? Am I getting that right? Are you more of a grower or a shower? A little bit of both. I mean, you've seen what I'm packing. That's just me chilling, relaxed. Nice to see you back to Conjugate. I'll stick to once a week body part, much more simpler. My main goal is to be big and strong. I mean, I like the body part splits too. They worked. I mean, I got objectively better in terms of my physique. But I mean, I think a lot of it was mainly the dedicated bicep work of literally focusing, having days where I focus on biceps. Can we get a dual calf and bicep shot? What? Mount biceps? Oh, Mount biceps. How we doing there today? We all right? An old fat guy, an old fat power lifter. How are forearms doing today? How do we want to rate the forearms today on the 1 to 10 scale? Okay. I think manga is cool. I don't know the difference, peppermint. You guys just need to actually explain it. Hey Jack, I'm gonna assume that's a joke. Do you ever compete in rodeos being from Texas? Because I heard everyone. You realize most people in Texas live in the cities, right? I am a country boy, and yes, I haven't done much horse riding, but I've definitely worked cattle. Does that count? Never in a competitive environment. I've done it in a financial environment to where we sold cows for beef. Um, Biceps on point, coach. Very exciting stuff, man. Running cows through a chute and vaccinating them and putting ear tags in them. All right. I've been stalling a lot lately. Been stuck on a 275 bench and a 540 deadlift for a while. I'm 36 years. Although could it be that I'm just getting older? Well, no, you can probably make some more gains still. Yeah, forearms are insane. You must be playing with the rice. Yeah, man, I'm doing like that's why I push your feet. I've been doing the rice bucket challenge. It's like Naruto. I always say Naruto because that's like the only anime I know the name of. All right. But no, seriously, it's just because I train without straps. That's the key. If you want big cock-like forearms, stop lifting with straps. Do lots and lots and lots and lots of raw pulling. I do not have good forearm genetics. I had small forearms when I started. You know how to brand animals? No, we use ear tags. I've never branded an animal. Coach, I love how you proudly display your YouTube plaque, and H will never get his hands on this prize. Apparently not. We haven't heard your outrageous accent. All right, you guys ready? Hey, everybody, this is Natural Hypertrophy with my outrageous French accent. Today, we're going to talk about Jason Bleble, who is my sworn enemy. He is a stinky Czech pig dog. I fought in his general direction. Right. It's my outrageous French accent. Especially the French frog. Well, I did have that fake Merc thing, Harry, but I have given very long explanations and apologies, and it's been 10 years now. You don't get a Nurgle physique. Mr. Fabric here. I'm going to let you stay for a bit. Bass, what's the best escort site? Depends on what niche you're trying to sell to. Like who are you trying to market to? Bass, and where do you live? Like, are you doing women only? Are you doing couples? Are you doing like bull with couples? Or are you doing guys also? So fast, it depends on what you're trying to do, homie. Moki's nobody of importance. I think noble daddies just don't have great genetics and hate on gear users with better results because they can't mesh them even with gear. I mean, maybe. I mean, to be honest, Strap-on Destiny did pretty good once he got on the sauce. He got really goofy during those D-Bowl years. But once he swapped over to like the trend and stuff, like his physique improved a lot. I still want to believe there are things Coach did abroad. Oh my God. Unfortunately, that's just not the case. It would be more interesting if it were. Talking about so Jason, you're slowly convincing me to start an OnlyFans. I'll never give it to my degenerate. Whatever, dude. Then if you can't be comfortable doing something, I would say don't even consider it. Yeah. The noble natties have no credibility going to ice cream fitness and starting strength. I mean, I've gotten people results. Wow. You guys really are that dumb, aren't you, Benjamin? Ridiculous. Aren't you? Yeah, I did coach Joe Fazer early on. I helped him get to his 400-pound deadlift originally. I haven't talked to Joe in many, many, many years, though. It's been 5 years. A bunch of people brought that up, like, well, he supposedly did this bad stuff or whatever. I'm like, I don't care because I haven't talked to him, and it's not my problem. I just quite frankly don't care. What I cared about was getting him the strength and the deadlift numbers that he hired me to get him 2 years ago. That's it. That's solid advice, to be fair, but it does sound kind of sexy. But yeah, I don't know if I have the confidence. And then if you don't have the confidence, don't do it. Remember back in the day when Strap-on couldn't bench 315 without bouncing it, I think that's when he jumped on the sauce. Yeah, no, he definitely, when he broke that 315, he was on his first cycle, I think. I remember seeing David Lade in your comment section years ago. Yeah, David started with one of my programs. Like David is a beginner, like he was new to the gym, he built his base on one of my free programs and gave credit for that. Kid did really good since then. Week 4 heavy bench today. Let's go. We'll get on it, Ben. Basic advice to get jacked. Lift heavy, add some curls. Do all your big compounds, throw some curls in, eat lots and lots of protein. Eat a clean diet. Coach, I'm tempted to start over as well. Yeah. Like you living in England seemed like an alibi. What? I think it's embarrassing the noble natties all started as your fans and all ended up trying to agree. Indeed, they did. Right? All right, guys, here's a story of a lifter. Jesus Christ, you got jacked. Coming along, man. We are coming along. Also, by the way, there's like 18 of you commenting, 43 liking, and we only have 7 likes. I'm going to need you to click that like button for Daddy, including you, Michael. You coming in talking about I got jacked. Give Daddy some likes. Come on now. You know you want to press that button. Why is dairy the most bioavailable source of protein some lifters can get? I don't know. You're asking me the science of why? Or are you asking me, is this simply the case? It's obviously the case. Dairy is generally the most bioavailable protein we have access to anywhere. Now, the specifics as to why it has evolved that way, I don't have a good answer for you. I think your haters are jealous that you are strong when they are weak and you clearly are much smarter than them. Are speed deadlifts better than power cleans for building explosive strength, assuming you're not an Olympic lifter? I'm going to lean in the direction, yes, particularly once bands get involved. I'm one of the likes as usual. Appreciate it. Gain 3 pounds a month. No, that's way you're going to get fat. No, 1 pound a month. 3 pounds a month, you're just going to get fat. I'll never get over vegan gains OnlyFans with him bouncing on a cucumber. Whereas I don't have to do any of that. I just do sexy poses, and then the nudes I charge separate for, and people pay for them. Those are pay-per-view only. By the way, what happened to all my haters screaming that I had a micro penis? What happened to all of them? Could somebody tell me where they all went? Could someone tell me where all those haters went who were screaming that I had a micro penis? Because I'd kind of like to know where they all are. Since I started an OnlyFans, so I'm just curious. But yeah, see, biggest, I don't do any of that. I don't put anything in my butt because I don't need to and I don't want to. There's some good calcium sources besides dairy. I mean, we have access to dairy. Why do you need other sources? Is dairy superior to animal flesh for proteins? Hypothetically, a tiny amount better, but animal flesh is pretty dang high on the list. Who's your favorite professional wrestler? It's always going to be, it's probably for me going to be the Ultimate Warrior. I was going to say Hulk Hogan when I grew up, but the Ultimate Warrior was probably my favorite. Those guys are all coked up like crazy, though. Go look at all those things, man. I mean, dude, those guys were coked to the gills. Jack Harry Potter 3 comments away from spazzing and going full hater, calling it now, right? How do you feel about some of these guys like David Lay that are the most famous in fitness world, started with your programs and followed your advice? See, how do I feel about that? I'm actually very proud of that fact. Here's why. And it doesn't matter that they went on and did other stuff and are more popular than me. How many people did I help with that? So let's say you have a lot of big names. You have David Lay. How many people has David Lay inspired to get into lifting? How many people do you think he's inspired to get into lifting? He built his base on my programs. Okay. Therefore, I vicariously inspired all those people to lift. That's a legacy. See, we call that a legacy. I might not have got paid for it, but you know what? It made the world a better place. Tomorrow is I don't know what that means. Hey, Kanarsh, why would I be jealous? I am objectively bigger, stronger, probably leaner, better looking than that gross, unwashed, long-haired weirdo who stands around watching cartoons and who is also obsessed with my butt, by the way, if you haven't noticed. You might want to look a little closer at what he says and does about me. I agree with some of Mark Ripeto's stuff. There's some issues with it. Ric Flair, Ultimate Warrior, Hogan to go to the steroid and cocaine era. Like, dude, those guys were coked like crazy. Well, first I heard of Robbie Robinson. No, I've never watched Dragon Ball Z. You're a kingmaker, coach. Pay it forward. You help them. They help others. There we go. Even Will Tennyson shouted you out and said he started with my program. Yeah. I mean, how much good did I leave in the world as a result of that? All these influencers started with my programming, my free stuff, and they got jacked, they got strong, and then they inspired millions. That's called a legacy, man. And even if I don't get the full credit for all that, did I leave the world a better place for it? My opinion, if you have issues with consuming milk, start. No, Izzy, that's not how it works. No, I could discuss in detail how to deal with lactose intolerance. That's not by drinking more lactose. No, you're not going to just magically produce the enzyme. Anthony says, I'm obsessed with it too. You're obsessed with my butt. Anthony's in my OnlyFans. He's a regular. NHS coaches OnlyFans money shot as his screensaver. Does he? I think basement bodybuilding is the most chill and noble attitude still in itself. Said in some comments he's scared to talk to girls. What Why is he scared to talk? See, I could help these guys out. They need to hire me they're talking about strategy coaching. They need to hire me to teach them how to talk to girls. I'd give them lessons in video calls about how to talk to a girl. All right. The Ultimate Warriors promos were absolutely insanity. They were. Because I'm not big on cartoons, Mr. Fabricator. Continue to follow rules. Irish, you have to be kidding, dude. You have to be. Have you seen some of my drug-free clients? Look at guys like Justin. Justin is objectively stronger and more jacked than pretty much the Noble Natties. I've coached him 5.5 years. He's natural. He's natural in his late 30s. Have you ever been with a ginger coach? Yes. Ric Flair was the GOAT on the micro. He was, actually. I think you can use A2 or what exactly is A2 milk? What do we mean by that? How to fix erectile dysfunction? 500 tests, 300. What? Take the Primo down another 100. Done. Dude, you should be walking around like pretty much walking Viagra at that point. If I was on that stack, I'd be going to Pound Town for 2 hours straight. Do you take your glasses off to talk to girls? Sometimes, if I want to take them off, I'd be like, what's up, girl? You gotta walk up to me and be like, hey, Sade, let me holler at you right quick. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it with swag. There's NH can't train his way up. Yeah, NH can't train his way out of a paper bag. The dude is weak. He's weak and soft. Look at his squat. Look at his deadlift. He can't. He doesn't bench. Come on. The guy is pathetically weak. For his body weight, come on. No, Alex and Kiri and I were friends. He wasn't a client. We were friends at one time. We fell out. I've been consuming more milk after years of not touching it. I had gas issues getting there. I'm just fine. You can't build up. No, I don't know. Maybe different quality milk. What's up, Coach? What's up, Robert? It's a protein found in milk. There are A1 and A2. Mostly one example. Brahms uses A2. It's mostly tolerable if you have issues with lactose. Fair. I didn't actually know that. I'm enjoying this, getting plenty of mints. Really, dude. I mean, you follow Frenchie, who literally, I do the Ice Bucket Challenge to build my forearms, and I'm very proud of your size. And he has no forearms. It's like, bro, come on. And then he tries to talk about his calves. I mean, Jesus, dude. Like the dude be talking about his calves, right? There we go. I mean, just from the front, the guy doesn't even have calves. He doesn't know how to train. I love milk and I'm lactose intolerant. You cannot just get milk that has the lactate removed. Like I do Mootopia or Fairlife. It's awesome. John Morrison says insane thighs are probably about 26 right now. Yeah. This dude is spending his evening with Jason, meat riding in Asia somehow. He's not the Met. Yeah, homie, you're the Met. You're literally following Frenchie, a dude who has been caught lying about being a player and being with all these women. And then he then later says he's only been with his wife, who is also not real. He doesn't actually have a wife. Come on. A guy who hasn't had a shower in a year, nasty beard, nasty hair, weak as hell. And this is your hero, who also took all the money and ran and stopped making videos when he started his other thing. Yeah, dude. Frenchie was slamming Ivan Odrick for looking bad, while Frenchie doesn't look any better. Yeah. Yeah, Ivan would destroy him in every lift. What vegetables do you eat the most? Avocados. I love Fairlife chocolate milk and chocolate milk. We're all laughing at that guy, not the other way around. Yeah, Horace, your idol is a confessed incel, same with Strap-on. I mean, again, Strap-on admitted to being an incel and even admitted he stopped training his legs. He said, I didn't want to train my legs because it just looks gross on a really short guy. I mean, you talk about and he got caught wearing lifted shoes at an event. People identified the brand and everything. That's insecurity. You're following insecure guys. Insecurity will keep you from getting pussy. These are your examples. Right? Come on, guys. How do I get the daddy build like Jason, lift heavy weight? Eat lots of protein, do fasted cardio. Get your squat up to 500 pounds. Ivan Jurek says, respects you. He always says good things about you. Oh, I didn't know he said that. He seems to be a good dude. He's got some, as far as I know, he's got some solid training philosophies. Like, you'll get strong as hell listening to that guy. Right? And you'll be athletic as hell too. Right? I mean, you got a guy there, you follow his advice, you will be strong and you will be fast. They both admitted Strap-on used to have a switch to restart his modem to avoid IP bans from trolling people online. Wow. People are the biggest losers going. Yep. I mean, if bench owners have been a problem for me. I mean, it happens, dude. Sometimes you just got to deal with it. If you're under 5. What are you talking about? If you're a guy over 5 and you're strong, you will get the badge. No, I'm not going to compete in the world this year. I do have a nationals invite still, but I'm choosing not to go. Frenchie also admitted to being an incel. He has a video called My Incel Story. You don't see me being an incel. I mean, guys, they want to hate on me because they don't like the girlfriends I've had or the wives I've had. Like, well, we feel like Blaha has been with women that are beneath us. I'm like, dude, you don't even have women. Oh, no, Blaha lived with an ex-stripper and dated a stripper. Oh, no, Blaha dated someone who used to do online sex work. Oh, no. So they're upset that I've had long-term relationships with women that other men were interested in paying and simping over. That's their criticism. Their criticism is that Jason's been with a lot of women who we feel are beneath us that other men simped over and literally gave money to not to have sex with them. So in other words, yeah, exactly. If they want to use that word cucking, there you go. Except I was banging them. All right. Do you really think it would go well if somebody tried to mug or carjack me? First off, I don't even look like somebody who they would think is unarmed. Number 2, I'm 220 pounds with veins everywhere. Let me state that again. I'm a 220-pound, bald-headed white dude with veins everywhere who clearly is carrying a piece. You look at me in the state of Texas, and the first thing that's going to go through your head, I don't know, is he got a 1911 or a Glock on? Which one? Common sense, people. All right. How do I increase my IQ? You can't. You've got to be right. Your upbringing will help. They think an act between a man and a woman is, cannot be objectively. They're mad because you break their rigid ideas of dating and they're confused. You know. And SD, Jason didn't promote BS workout and supplements. That's literally when the hate started following you. Exactly. When I started calling out supplements, that's when the hate started. Your veins and potential mothers a clear message. I've thought about tattoos. I've chosen not to get one. Would you rather have to eat 5 strips of bacon a day or run? I'd rather run an hour a day than eat the 5 strips of bacon. It's healthier. I don't want to run though. At my age, keeping a squat 500 plus and running, probably not the best combination at 48. I need to make sure my cardio is lower impact. Hey, Jason, is a 500 squat at 200 body weight good for a natty? That's great for a natty. If I was a mugger coach, is not the guy I would pick. Exactly. Because again, it's not just look at physical capability. They're also going, we know he's probably strapped. He's probably too damn strong to wrestle the gun from him. They're probably like, he probably has a backup knife when he runs out of ammo, which would be correct. Because you do, right? I mean, stoppages happen, guys. Imagine trying to carjack coach in his window. Oh. They were resentful that you called out gimmick lifts like the above the knee rack pull. It was a trash dumpster gimmick lift. And you and Bugenhagen clowned AD, and they didn't like that exactly. We did, because that above the knee rack pull stuff was ridiculous. Too high impact for tendons. IQ is predicated on genetics. However, you may be able to slightly improve it. You can definitely decrease it. Yeah, malnutrition. Joe, childhood upbringing impacts it though, right? You can make sure that your kids have a higher IQ by what you read to them, what you expose them to in terms of intellectual stimulus at a young age. You know, that's another reason that some ways life isn't fair. I mean, people who are highly educated, upwardly mobile families versus impoverished, their kids are then put at another advantage because of that, right? No, I'm not interested in sprinting. I tried to start running treadmill shit for health because I'm old and my Achilles is immediately pissed. Yeah, dude. The struggle, man. Would you still dumbbell and barbell rows as half sets for biceps? Maybe, but you could just do curls and not worry about it. Alan Roberts still, no, Alan and I made peace in private. I mean, we're not going to talk about it. We made peace a long time ago. What's your opinion on George Hackenschmidt, the inventor of the hack squat? I mean, I don't have real opinions on him. He's a historical figure. What are we looking for? Would you rather have the USP or USAPL for powerlifting? Is powerlifting 2 words or one? It's 1 word, and I'll say USPA. When Bugenhagen roasted 80, you could see the hurt. His hero man crushed, turned on him and sided with Jason. Do you nair your crotch area? And I usually shave it. Who is better, Sean Ray or Kevin Levrone? Terms of bodybuilding, Kevin would have been Mr. Olympia had he not been lazy. Fact. The only reason Dorian Yates beat Kevin Levrone is Kevin Levrone is lazy and Dorian wasn't. All the genetics in the world to be Mr. Olympia. A 4-day conjugate with an arm day on top. These guys from West Side did not do this. I know they didn't, but I need to because I need to get a more impressive physique. Do bandy curls to failure have a hypertrophic response? Yes. Kevin Levrone had an insane physique. I don't know, taking 3 months off every year from lifting in the gym. Let that be clear. He used to brag about it, and it was known. Kevin Levrone, while competing every year in the Olympia, took 3 months off straight, 12 weeks at a time, and did 0 lifting just to work on his music. I mean, that's pretty lazy, dude. Hey, Intermediate, we discussed all that in the vlog today and the start of the stream. You can check it out. You can rewatch the beginning later. Even if your parents have high IQs, a child likely wouldn't have the IQ of the parents' level because of regression to the mean, possibly. Coach, are the stories of mothers pulling heavy loads off their children true? No, this has been discussed. Man, I should do some videos on that. We know all about that. They're not as strong as elite lifters. No. What they do is that when that flight or flight response kicks in, they can tap into the nervous system the same way a power lifter or strength athlete does who practices maxes. But someone who trains max effort training all the time for years can tap into it at will. Does that make sense? We can tap into that at will. So those same nervous system response that gives them the highest level of strength athletes display on the platform every day. It's the same nervous system response, but normal people can't do it consciously because they haven't trained for it. Now, they're not going to be as strong as someone with double the muscle mass, even in that situation. Someone's claiming, no, it's not AI generated. It's not even edited, honestly. It's just straight cell phone. It's just straight cell phone dudes. No, it's pretty straightforward, homies. So there's stuff I don't necessarily want people to see in here. Or else I'd show them my pictures. I've just flipped my phone over all the other stuff I don't necessarily want people to see in there. No, I don't know that it's easy to do that. I'll do videos later then too. What's the strategy for bringing up your arms? Continue to do curls. Have you experimented? No, it's a stupid lift. It's quite sad you're under constant threat from stalkers. This stuff needs to stop. Agreed. It's ridiculous. Are there any non-strength athletes you have looked up to? Lance Armstrong for winning. And showing how easy it is to beat drug testing. That alone is hero worthy right there. He clowned all the drug testing world straight up. He's like, I passed 27 drug tests while juicing my brains out. But not Cassius Clay. Lance is still the best bike rider. All those guys were on stuff he was, yeah, they were all on gear too. But he was a genetic freak of genetic freaks. Do you think Social Security is a Ponzi scheme? Yep. Yes, I do. Apart from medicine, did you ever consider going into law? No. Bill Burr said it best, our roided up guy beat your roided up guy, pretty much. Lance Armstrong is an example of when you have a genetic anomaly that allows you to have an advantage in a sport, and then you add drugs on top of it. You are untouchable. Would you alter your physique? Well, I'm going to continue to alter my physique. I'm going to recomposition and bring my arms up more. Arms looking peeled and vascular, coach. Thank you. So, but you don't have to do gymnastics to have gymnast arms. You just do curls and get the same thing without having to dedicate your life to gymnastics. But like if people like you with more body fat, I don't know. I've done sales, but not those type of sales. Yeah. When Armstrong pops out like the top 20 cyclists, pretty much. Is Steve Shaw on massive amounts of gear? No, I don't think he is. No, my arms are like 16 and a half. Coach, what power look should the top three muscles, your upper back, forearms, probably your glutes or hamstrings? You were dirty dog in your OF. I'm not sure what that means. All right, guys. So it's about 5 o'clock. 45 minutes in. I've got some other projects I absolutely have to get to, though, by the way, guys. So it's time to wind this down. Sorry, guys. I actually have a project I have to get to because it involves other people. So I'm out. I love all you guys and gals, and I will talk to you next time.